This is an area where I don't care to be a minimalist. Sometimes you just need to dance to the beat of your own drum. What the heck? I get questions all the time. Is there something that you miss about your old house? Oh my gosh, more crumbs. This is the most chaotic decluttering video I have ever made. I feel like I'm in over my head right now. Oh my gosh.
A palace of gold, gold, gold. A palace of gold, 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 gold.
Well, hey friends, so glad you stopped by to hang out with me today while I declutter and organize our living room. Not only are we going to be working in this current space, but we're also going to be taking a look back about 3 years ago to the very first living room declutter and organization video that I made for my original Messy to Minimal series. I'm going to react to that video with you guys. We're going to compare, contrast. Some things are totally the same in my life. Some things are totally different. And I think it'll be interesting to see the progression of this journey that I've been on for the last 3 years as we move forward and work on this space. So if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Natalie. I love making videos about cozy, simple living. And if you're looking for some encouragement or some gentle motivation, then I hope you'll subscribe because I share that sort of thing here on this channel every single week. Why don't you go ahead and drop this emoji in the comments so that I can get down there and chat with you guys a little bit more. I'm gonna grab my laptop. I've got the video queued up. Let's take a seat on the couch and I'm gonna start looking at what things looked like then versus now. Gotta move the Minecraft cat pillow out of the way and crack open this laptop. So, extreme declutter and organize with me, living room transformation, messy to minimal episode 2. If you missed episode 1 that I reacted to, which was my kitchen declutter, I will have that video linked in the playlist. I think it was really just eye-opening to see where I was starting from. Be able to get rid of some things, to keep the number of items in my home, to just what we use and what is functional for us. I love that. I love that I said to keep just what we use, what is functional for our family. My mindset and my heart and my intention for pursuing this and doing all of this work is the same as it is today, to keep only the things that our family actually uses that actually serve a purpose. Today I am in the living room. Oh my gosh, look at how little my kids were. Okay, so the first thing that I'm working on in this video is the toy collection that we were storing out in our living room. Their bedrooms were small and very cluttered at that time, and so I just didn't feel like their rooms had enough storage in them to store all of the toys. And it's amazing to actually watch through this whole series. And by the time I got into my kids' bedrooms and decluttered so much of their toys out that they just were not playing with, things that were broken, things that they had outgrown that I was just holding on to, I freed up so much space in their rooms to start putting their toys that we were storing in the living room back into their rooms. I will talk more about toy storage and kids stuff in our current living room a little bit later on in this video. I'll share with you kind of how we're approaching that and then some changes that I would like to make moving forward, so stay tuned. But yeah, I go through the kids' toys, so many. I pulled a shirt out of what oh my gosh, my kids are 3 years older and I am still finding the most whack random things. Okay, and then I move on to the linen closet. Oh my word. There are so many towels, so many sheets. So much better. It is looking so much better, Natalie. Great job. That looks amazing. This house, actually, our new house, yes, it's bigger square footage wise, but don't let that deceive you. We don't have like a living closet of any kind. There's no entry closet, there's no living room closet, there's no linen closet, there's not even a closet in our utility room to store that sort of thing. It's just kind of like, this house is very much like a shell. But here's the thing that I've learned. This is so like, it's so in my face, like this lesson. Just seeing this. More storage, more problems. If I have a space that can store something, my tendency is to fill it up. So if I don't have a space to fill, it doesn't get full. I'm not holding on to more things than I actually need. So it's been sort of a blessing and a curse I'm not gonna say curse. It's been a blessing and a frustration in this new house to have the lack of storage compared to our old house. Yes, there are definitely advantages and conveniences for having storage spaces, and I get questions all the time, is there something that you miss about your old house? And it's an entry closet, it's a linen closet. I miss that so much, but I don't miss the maintenance of those spaces. I don't miss having to regularly declutter and fight against my own tendencies to just shove things in there, close the door, and forget about it, because actually I don't really forget. There's always this like silent to-do list going on, and those things are always kind of lurking in the back of my mind. There's nothing that's lurking here. I think this just goes to show you that there's pros and cons to every sort of situation, and you can make anything work. I just think that keeping that inventory as low as you can is a really good starting point, and finding the things that you are actually utilizing and getting rid of the rest can help so much, as evidenced by this enormous pile of textiles that I ended up being able to, I think I donated some of this to the animal shelter. That's always a great way to do it if you got extra towels and blankets and stuff like that. And then onto my entry closet. Man, I miss it, but I don't miss this process that I went through every few months of having to go through all the shoes and the coats. It helped us keep way more than we actually wore. I think I have like 5 or 6 coats in this closet, and currently I own like 2, maybe 3. Okay, and then I moved on to the entertainment center, which we have different cabinets now, and I'll show you guys the ones that we have and how it's all gonna come together. Try as I might, but I cannot keep the pillows on my couch arranged or straightened at all. Yeah, and try as I might, I can't keep the pillows or blankets arranged on my couch at all. You should see what my couch looks like right now. There's just like a ton of random pillows, and the blanket basket's kind of a mess over there. And we got that Minecraft cat neck pillow thing. That's just life with kids, and it's all good. Well, that's what it looked like 3 years ago. I'm gonna keep some of that in mind. I think it's great to have a perspective of where you came from so that you know kind of where you're going. This is the living room space. I've got the piano over here. This is the big wall in the living room. It's plain right now. We have plans for remodeling and renovation. We would love to add some like millwork and texture, some more decor and design elements, hang some stuff on the wall. It just hasn't been a priority with all of the other work that this house has needed. We're kind of in a fixer-upper here. So we can't do everything the first year that we move in. This bright white plain Jane wall is not me trying to fit some sort of arbitrary minimalist aesthetic. It's just we haven't gotten to it yet. However, I think I will be adding a third cabinet to the 2 that I have here. Many of you have suggested that that would give us some much needed storage, as well as add some warmth and texture to the space. So I think that's a great idea. Weston actually just assembled the third cabinet for me, so we're gonna be doing some of that. Then we have like this hall tree in the front that the kids put their shoes in, or not. Sometimes they just throw them on the floor. You can lead a horse to water, right? So that's it. That's literally our living room. And the only storage that we have in it is this TV cabinet situation. So this is really where I'm going to be working today. It's kind of a hot mess. This answers that question every time I post a decluttering video in the comments, where people ask, how do you still have stuff to declutter? I still have children, and I'm still a living, breathing, changing person. And sometimes we change what we need. Our season of life changes with our family. Our needs change as our kids grow and develop. And that is what I am finding with this situation here. So right now we've got books stored in this cabinet. And then this cabinet over here is the hot mess of gaming console supplies and stuff like that, which I have a plan for this stuff. And then I do have some like baby and toddler toys that I keep a small collection of to be able to bring out for guests and their babies and toddlers. This chaise that you're sitting on right now is literally empty. There's probably a couple crumbs in it. So I don't know what I'm gonna be storing in there, but I might as well utilize it because this living room has no storage. Okay, I have books down here. This was all what was in this cabinet. In that video that I did 3 years ago, something I said was, something I'm not a minimalist about is books, and I'm not apologizing for it. And I stand by that. I don't need someone else's number or standard to dictate to me how much of something that I need to keep. And I would encourage you that you don't need that either. Sometimes you just need to dance to the beat of your own drum. And I am definitely not a minimalist when it comes to books, but there are several that I put into a decluttering pile because my kids haven't touched them in so long. There's no sense in taking up the space that we have right now to store the books that we're not actually using. I've been using these little vintage acorn bookends, which are actually quite lightweight. They're not adequate. So I just went on Amazon and I grabbed some of these more heavy duty. They're not pretty. They're more like what you would see in a library just to keep books on the shelf, and they have kind of a little non-slip thing. We'll see how these work. I have our Bibles here in the center, but if we take all of these out when we bring them to church on Sunday, the other books are going to fall. So I think I'm gonna put a little bookend here and one here and sort of keep this middle section open for our Bibles themselves. Oh, wow, that actually works really good. Okay, nice. Okay, so we have more Little House books. Oh, this one. My kids are too old for this book. They never wanna read this one anymore, but I just do not have the heart to part with it. So I'll keep it for my nieces and nephews. There we go. That's a nice excuse. The plan for books eventually is to build bookshelves, sort of framing the big window that we have in the schoolroom. I'd love to create a window seat with cushions and some storage in there, and that would give us so much more room for books. Like I can envision keeping all of the books that we own in our like master book area. Again, this is an area where I don't care to be a minimalist about how many books I have, but it would be nice to not have to limit them to like a little cabinet like this. And I love the look of books too. Like, I'm not putting these books in this cabinet to hide them away. It's just, this is the storage that we have. I definitely have better categories laid out. These bookends I think are really going to help keep it a little bit more tidy. We'll see how this all turns out. Book cabinet done. On to gaming. I think that's the next little category I'm gonna work on. Okay, so here on this top shelf we have video game supplies. Unlike 3 years ago, now we have 5 people in our home who enjoy playing video games. Yes, you heard that right. Mama likes to play video games sometimes. It's pretty much just like Mario Brothers and Minecraft. I can dig it, that's what I get into. But my kids all enjoy it. Haley has been participating too. Good things in moderation. We definitely have limits to our screen time for our kids, but it's been a really great opportunity for us to play cooperatively together as a family. Minecraft, it's like virtual Legos, so we're being creative and building, and we love it so much. And then we also play sort of those junkier, what the heck? You know you're a mom when. Oh my gosh, so well preserved. This is a croissant from Christmas. We go get the vacuum and suck that out. You know, I should really be doing this with Weston here with me. He is like the cord management king. He's so good at it. It just makes me freaking ragey. Tangled cords are the worst. Oh, so dusty. Okay, get the vacuum again. don't need that anymore because we literally, it does not work. This goes to the Xbox. This goes to the light situation around the back of our TV. This does not work. I can get rid of that. Oh, there we go. There's the controller. I used to have a little thing right here where we kept the controller, but it ripped off. It died, it didn't work anymore. Okay, we've got a basket of controllers. This could be worse. I'm not complaining. It's just, I get so overwhelmed with cords and stuff. This is definitely the most daunting part of this project today. But once this part is done, I will feel so much better. I always try to be respectful when I'm getting my hands on someone else's stuff. But sometimes when you're dealing with someone else's stuff, you literally just don't know. Like, do we use this? It's like a little, it plugs into the controller and then you can use it like a little QWERTY keyboard to type stuff in when you're playing. Do we use this? Only Weston knows. Of course, this is the job that I choose to do while they're out of the house and I literally need them to answer all the questions for me. Okay, I'm gonna pause on that and try to set this up in here to charge some of these controllers. I got a couple of nifty little chargers from Amazon for our wireless controllers that I think are going to work better. Let me go grab those. Okay, here they are. They like sit on this little dock and they don't budge. I think that's way better than the other one we had. And I grabbed myself a cushion to sit on because this floor is hard. Okay, this baby and toddler stuff is kind of glaring at me. I think I need to take this stuff out too. This is the most haphazard decluttering video I think I have. Oh my gosh, more crumbs. I think this would be a great time to let you know that I'm linking my vacuum, which is a floor vacuum as well as a hand vacuum. I get questions on this all the time. It's from Shark. Love Shark so much. Link in the description box. Okay, it's a wonder we don't have mice. Like, where do these crumbs come from? Baby, toddler stuff out of the way, because it's kind of distracting me. Deal with you later. I have to deal with you. I need to take you off the tripod and show you why I'm so overwhelmed right now. This, like, where did all these come from? You guys heard of chicken math? How like once you start getting chickens, you just keep getting more and more and more? I'm here to tell you that controller math is a very real thing. I don't know where all of these controllers came from, which ones work, which ones don't. Maybe they all work. Why do we have all of these? I'm gonna ask Weston and the kids about these when they get home. What I can do is start setting up some of these little chargers and stuff that I have in here. I also have like a little charging station that I got for the Nintendo Switch to help streamline that. This is the most chaotic decluttering video I have ever made. I'm sorry I'm not more organized with this, but I feel like I'm in over my head right now. Oh my gosh. I am at an impasse until Weston gets home. The little surge protector multi-plug thing that we have is simply just not enough. It doesn't have enough outlets for what we need. So I found one at a local hardware store that he's gonna pick up on his way home. In the meantime, I'm going to bring that third unit out here and get it underneath the TV.
My friends don't care about everything as long as you got a story to bring. We'll take you along, take you along, take you along to some other places. We drive towards the other horizon, maybe to spend a couple hundred till we run out, till we run out, till we run out of paper and change.
Well, the gang's all here. Everyone's back. Weston picked up this surge protector. It's the Monster brand, and it is a monster of a surge protector. If this isn't enough, then maybe we just have too much to plug in. We need to start doing some decluttering. Speaking of decluttering, I have a pile of controllers and buttons and cords and random things that I do not have the bandwidth or the knowledge. So would you mind coming over and like helping me declutter this pile? Sure. I might also need your help with cord control. Oh. Cord management. I was telling them you're the cord management king.
Oh, I am?
I am but a peasant.
Oh, okay. I can help you with that.
That would be great. Thank you. Okay, so apparently the croissant was found before and left there for me to find. Did you really just tell me that?
Uh-huh.
Who put the croissant there in the first place?
Really?
What?
I put a croissant in my room.
There's a croissant in your room?
No.
Is it gone now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the show. Come and see the world in a different light and capture it with our eyes and take a risk. I just hope that I remember this, 'cause one day it is something I will miss.
Okay, this is already so much better than these little chargers that we had. So I know I can declutter those out.
Everyone else will think that it's weird, so maybe I might start keeping it clean and bear with the
So close to having this done. There's a cord that I ordered that we need, like a special splitter cord, and I do need Weston to still go through our collection of controllers, so there's that. Speaking of controllers, the boys are getting some of their screen time today, and I am going to just move on from the media cabinet, give you a tour of how everything is looking at the end, but right now I'm going to move on to the toddler and baby toys cabinet that I want to have for when we have guests over. I might also put a little category of toys that Haley still plays with, that she primarily plays with out here in the living room. So we'll see how it turns out. I'm gonna pop you back up on the tripod and get to work in here. Hiya. It's been a couple of days, but I want to pick up right where we left off. I was working on the toddler toy cabinet. I had Haley bring out this white bin of train tracks. What I've noticed is that she plays with them almost exclusively in the hall or out here on the living room rug. So I think because this is a toddler friendly toy, with it not being hazardous size for a baby, they're all just like big, just plain wooden tracks, that it would make sense to store them out here. That way, not only can our baby and toddler guests play with them out here, but Haley can as well. So this guy can go there, and as you can see, we have stuff for babies. Some of this stuff we've had since the boys were babies. Some things are thrifted and a little bit more new to our collection. Oh, hello, Mr. Healer. We have some puzzles and books and baby toys and stuff in there. And then since we're here, I might as well show you what we have going on in the media cabinet and where we've landed with this spot for our Xbox, with plenty of room around it to breathe and vent. These chargers for the controllers are working out so much better. And we have some cords hanging down here that charge the kids' tablets, a little storage bin for different chargers and controllers. I was feeling so overwhelmed before. It just felt so chaotic, but it was because we had too much stuff. Weston really helped me take down the inventory. I repurposed this bin to put our Switch stuff in for its cords and controllers and different cartridges and stuff that we have. And then I have our TV controller, which I have just been kind of slipping right there. But I would like to potentially get like a little tray or something here, maybe with like a little potted plant, a little candle, and then just to be able to put our TV controller in that spot and have that be the home. Speaking of the whole decor situation here, I have a couple of things that I've gotten from thrift stores, little knickknacks and stuff that maybe I'll be adding. I have a little collection of some vintage art, and I think not in next week's video, because I think next week I'm gonna do my messy to minimal of our bathrooms. Stay tuned for that. But the week after, I'm planning to add a few more touches in here as far as decor goes. I think we're actually going to be extending this couch. This is the Finala couch from IKEA. Is that how you pronounce it? I said it with an accent like I'm so cultured, but I really don't know how to pronounce it. But so far, so good. We really enjoy it. It's way better than our old couch, which was the one that you saw in the video from a few years ago. This is like a completely modular, customizable couch, so you can add to it. I would like to know if you have this couch, or if you have an opinion, which I know everyone does, would you share that with me? Would you let me know what you think would fit best in this space? My gut is telling me that we could probably just put a chaise at the end and call it good. It would give us a little bit extra storage because this chaise, look at this. What? There's actually quite a bit of storage in this. I have a pillow. I have this old pillow in there. If you look close, it has all of these little things pulling out of it, and it's not a pillow cover, so there's no way to like unzip or unvelcro this and just clean the case, which is what I prefer to have. I definitely have some crummage going on in there, so I'm gonna have to grab my little hand vac again, suck that all out, and then I think, I've been mulling this over, I think what I'll store in here, because it's not the easiest to access, because this is our favorite seat, so there's usually someone sitting on it when we want to get something out. So I think something that doesn't get accessed like on a daily basis is the collection that I have of more seasonal or like alternate pillow covers or blankets. So this is our current blanket basket, and we have some things in here that we pretty much only bring out at like Christmas time. Apparently we also have a shirt in there. Okay, that can go to the hamper. Horrible folding job, but I'm not gonna get too picky. So that can go back there. Then I have this lovely, I love this so much. This is a woven blanket from my grandparents' house when I was a kid. Fold this one up and throw this back there. What we have out for the rest of the year is we got a white woven blanket and then our two little unicorn blankets. This is a good number for us to keep on hand. It fits nicely in this little basket. Okay, I'm just gonna head to my office really quick to get my fall and Christmas decor totes. I'm just gonna find pillows and linens that are seasonal that I can put into this chaise. Oh my. Okay, this is a pitfall of mine and something that I've noticed. When I have multiple places to store things, I don't realize how much of something that I have. There are a couple of things here that I really didn't even use this year. So you guys recently saw this pillow. This is my Bah Humbug pillow. Keeping that, my grandparents had this pillow. It's very, very sweet. Good memories. So that can go here with their blanket. This is the one that I put there on the hall tree for Thanksgiving. So that's one. Something that I'm ready to move on from. I've had this for so long. It doesn't really fit my style anymore. I didn't really put it out this year. Not really fitting. I don't really do like farmhousey stuff anymore. So that can go as well. Less of like a graphic signs person that like say things, you know, like the whole live, laugh, love thing. It's not really my jam anymore, and that's okay. That's one of the reasons why we declutter. Our styles change, our tastes change, and our life changes sometimes. Been going definitely with some more classic things, not as bold and graphic, just so that it can stand the test of time a little bit better than some of these other choices that I've made in the past. Plenty of room for the collection that I do want to keep, and I think this is a really good utilization of this storage space. I think I'm ready to swap out the snowflakes. I'm kind of getting spring fever, and so I think I'm ready to move on from some wintry stuff. So this is a pillow cover, which I love because it doesn't have to take up all the room that a pillow does. Rather than having two or more pillows, I have one pillow that can get switched out with the different covers. So that can go over there. I'm just going to put this pillow cover over that and then take it off when I want to bring this back out for the holidays. Okie doke. And that leaves me with a couple of pillow inserts that came with the new pillows that are actually pillow covers. And I don't need these, so I'm gonna declutter those ones out too. Don't be afraid to break up a set. You don't have to keep everything that came together in your house. That concept has freed me up so much in my home. So I think everything that's gonna go in the chaise is in there. I've got one pillow for that corner, one pillow for this corner. Okay, here's the look at the pile of stuff that I decluttered out this time around. As you can see, plenty of pillows, which take up so much space. So that is definitely freeing up some room. And then I have some books here. I've got the electronics and stuff that are still perfectly good that are donatable in the bottom of this bin. Lots of different cords and controllers. And then we had these in our baby toy collection, but this had little balls in it that were totally missing, and it kind of makes this a useless toy that takes up a lot of room. So we're passing on that. Time to move on. Kids are screaming in the background as usual. And it was wonderful to be able to have your company while I worked over these last couple of days and got this project done. If you gave the video a thumbs up, that would mean the world to me. You can really help my channel out by doing that, as well as subscribing, and be sure to turn that bell button on so you don't miss notifications when I put future videos out. Stay tuned for next week's bathroom messy to minimal episode, as well as the one after that, where I will be doing more work here in this living room to kind of spruce it up a little bit more, maybe bring in some decor and design elements. Don't sleep on my get it all done with me or day in the life videos. If you only watch messy to minimal videos, then you're definitely missing out on some more decluttering and organizing motivation that I put into other videos that I post here. I also happen to sprinkle in some cooking, recipes, cleaning motivation, family time, gardening time in those get it all done with me or day in the life videos as well. So I would love to see you back here for more. Thanks so much for spending a little part of your day here with me on my channel, and I'll catch you later.